Hello, everyone. My name is Nadia Dovano, and I work for GTT, which is the public transport operator in Turin. I am the manager of the Systems and Networks branch, which does the transport planning. I'm also the mobility manager of my company. In today's short overview, I'm going to tell you about the area we have chosen for the show demo and about the first version of the path that we had to change after some issues arose, especially with traffic lights. And then I'm tell you about the last version of the path and give you some insights on the pre-demo so far. The area is located in the south of the city of Turin, and it is also known as the healthcare area because lots of big and important hospitals are located here. A road there was already part of the smart road circuit. There's also a high school, a conference center and shopping mall, and all these attractors ensure the high potential demand for the service among patients, employees, and visitors. The first version of the path is a rectangle about 2 kilometers long, and it's made of two main streets called Via Genova and Via Ventimiglia that run almost from the north to the south, and various cross streets. This is the path that was authorized by the Italian Transport Ministry and the Turin municipality. The service in Turin is an on-demand service, so various combinations of the cross streets are possible according to the stops that are booked on the app by the passengers. Last winter, when we started to look more deeply into the communication between the shuttles and the traffic lights, a problem arose, and we needed a roadside unit for each traffic light using a V2V short-range technology. And as I'm going to show you in a few minutes, we have lots of traffic lights in the area. So this was a problem because we would need lots of money that wasn't originally foreseen. And we would also need lots of time to connect every roadside unit to the electric network. So we had lots of meetings trying to solve this problem, and then we had a solution proposed by 5T, that is a partner in the project and also the company that is responsible of traffic light priority in Turin, working with Links, that is our coordinator, and they decided to send the data from the traffic lights to the 5T control center. Here the data would be stored and transformed in the format required by Navia. And then using the mobile telephone network, it would be transmitted to the shuttle. This system is used both for the, let's say, normal traffic lights and also for the two ones that are equipped with the priority system. Unfortunately, not every traffic light could be connected in this way, so we had to split the circuit in three areas. The one in the north has all traffic lights that are connected, and the one in the south has only two traffic lights connected, but it's important because they are the two ones that have the priority system for the shuttle. And then there's a third area in the middle, which we decided to leave out because most traffic lights there aren't connected, so it would have taken lots of manual driving and it didn't make sense to do this every time. So now the path is made up of two parts. The one in the north is the more significant area because it is closer to the hospitals and it permits different combinations of routes according to the bookings. The one in the south is going to be used for 3 weeks by one shuttle in order to test the priority use case. We are actually going to install a roadside unit for the detection of vulnerable road users. This RSU will be equipped with a camera and a LiDAR to detect people crossing this intersection, Corso Spezia and Via Ventimiglia, because it's busy. intersection with pedestrians because there's an entrance to the hospital nearby. So at the moment, this equipment gives a warning to the safety driver where it detects a pedestrian on the intersection. But we are trying to find a way to have it communicate directly with the shuttle.
The first 2 months of pre-demo showed the downside of the area we have chosen, because there's quite a lot of traffic, and especially there are cars left in double parking because people run their errands and there are not so many parking spaces. But every time there's a car in double parking, the operator needs to go on manual driving because the algorithm implemented by Nadia doesn't allow the shuttle to cross the center line of the street. Also, as you can see in the map on the left, here there were 4 left turns and also a maneuver on Via Genoa where the shuttle passed from the promiscuous lane to the bus lane. So it was difficult to cross some intersections because again here the algorithm by Nadia told the shuttle to stop, and the operators needed to look very carefully in all directions and then press the go button. And then there's a reaction time for the shuttle, and all this took some time, and in the meantime other cars were trying to overtake, so the crossing on the intersections became rather difficult and slow. So GTT granted the use of the bus lane in Via Genoa, which wasn't originally foreseen because the shuttles are slower than other buses. And this way we created a path with no left turns and no difficult maneuvers. So on the map on the right here, you can see that now we go straight on Via Genoa. We have removed 3 stops on the east side of Via Ventimiglia and we have created 2 new ones on Via Genoa. So this way we only go clockwise. Every possible route just goes clockwise and we have no more left turns. This diminishes the risk of collisions with other cars and makes the work of our safety drivers easier. The first 2 months of pre-demo also showed that at the beginning it was a bit difficult for our drivers to adapt to a completely new way of operating the vehicle. On the one side there was the aspect that the vehicle was autonomous, so sometimes they had the feeling they weren't doing anything, they was just staying there, and it was also difficult to use a joystick instead of a steering wheel. But of course, with some practice and I must say a lot of engagement from our drivers, they overcame these difficulties. The last version of the path brought tangible benefits because of the right turns, as I told you before. And in the meantime, other road users are getting used to having an autonomous vehicle in the area with its peculiarities. At the moment, all preliminary tests have been completed and we have recently received the green light by the Italian Ministry, so we are getting ready to start the real-life demo. I thank you for your attention and hope to tell you about our experience again soon.